While some clubs are busy signing, clubs like Liverpool, Manchester United just completed their signing of Matheus Cunha, and of course Chelsea, the lap too. Some clubs are still, whether it's confused about who to sign, whether it's still cherry picking, whether it's still debating. That one club is Arsenal. Gyökeres, Benjamin Sesko. Arsenal fan base is divided. Of course, the majority of Arsenal fan base wants Gyökeres. Why it's just a few of them, that few persons. I think I spoke to some of them at the viewing center about out of about 10 Arsenal fans that I well, 10 or so that I was seated with. About 2 were saying Sesko, why the others wanted Gyökeres. And of course, we know why. This guy has proven that he can score goals. Why this guy is still in his development stage? He's still developing. I've said it. I think we're talking before this, before this particular shoot now that not everybody would be a Haaland or an Mbappe. Not everybody will be that player. So it's a big gamble for Arsenal to be going for Arteta. Of course, Arteta is the one who wants Benjamin Sesko. It's a big gamble to be going for a striker like that, who you know that is not going to make immediate impact. In quotes, he might come in and immediately impact the league or impact the squad, impact the team. Quite all right, that's a gamble. We can't say what is going to happen until it happens. So, but for Gyökeres, he's somebody that we are sure, except that his village people decide to follow him from Portugal to the Premier League, or except that the gods that frustrated him the first time was at Swansea or which other club? Coventry. Except that those gods are still waiting for him in the UK. But we expect that Gyökeres would immediately hit the ground running ahead of Sesko. So men and brethren, you have before you, whether you're an Arsenal fan or not, you have before you. I will go put and we know say light and darkness. Yeah, as Bible says, choose between light and darkness. But I have told you two players, different profile. If this guy they come to your team, losing Arsenal as a case study. If this guy they come your club, now your club the Arsenal. Using Arsenal as a case study, you know the style of play, you know the coach. Who would you be going for? I'll start with Pascal. Pascal is an Arsenal fan, so I'll start with Pascal.
Honestly, I laugh because for Gyökeres, he's proven already. And one thing I know for Arteta is I see Arteta as somebody that is afraid of managing the big lads. You understand? Because I would tell you, and I can bet you that Aubameyang said it now. Exactly.
You can't coach big players.
Remember when he came, he had issues with so many of them. Ozil left, Sanchez left, most of the big guys they left. So now tell me,
Sanchez left before Arteta came. Sanchez left before Arteta came.
Yeah, Sanchez
left, and it was.
No, it was Emery now.
I think it was during Wenger he left. And then
exactly, but one thing for sure is, though as a coach he knows what's best for him. That's Benjamin Sesko. But for me as an Arsenal fan, I will tell you more, because give me Gyökeres, because I've seen him play. Whether they want it or not, if I'm to be an Arsenal coach today, I will tell you, if you know they score goal, then wetin concern me and you now?
13 goals in 33 games.
If you know they score goal, wetin concern me and you?
If that guy is in the Premier League,
exactly,
nobody will be talking about
exactly it. Now.
But don't you think he's the kind of profile as like the team wants, considering he has the height and the physicality?
Our problem is
to survive.
Now, this is the problem. Okay. Now let me come in speak. This is the problem with buying what suits just you, because if you end up signing Benjamin Sesko and the coach comes who wants to play with a striker that is fast, it means 70 million is gone.
Exactly. Now you go back to the market.
It means 70 million is gone.
Exactly.
Down the drain like that.
Okay.
So well, you need players that can function, not players that can function under a particular formation or particular style of play. You need players that can function. Arsenal is not a team that this is not a time where a coach stays in the team for 10, 15 years again. Exactly. It's not a time. So you need a player that you know that even if this guy is going to leave you in the next 2 years, you need a player that will function in the team.
I'm looking at it from the angle of, for the past few seasons, like 2-3 seasons now, Arsenal have been suffering from lack of
Number 9.
exactly like there hasn't been that physical
Goals.
presence of a number 9 striker in the box, and we all know, and we all been saying it that Arsenal needs someone inside the box. Now, Benjamin Sesko has the height, has the physicality, has the presence in the box for the type of football Arsenal play. All he needs to do is be in the box. When the ball comes in, you tap it. Then when it comes to set pieces, like Arsenal always use set pieces, they always capitalize on set pieces. He has the height to compete for area balls. He has the physicality for hold up play. I think for me, he's best suited for what Arteta, as in like the pattern Arteta wants
Like
to
what
play.
you want.
Because the thing is this, that correct, okay, he's also physical. We all know. He runs a lot. We all know. But Arteta wants someone, I think Arteta wants someone who will always be in the box. Sometimes Sesko, that connects drifts to the left. But I think Arteta wants someone who is always in the box.
You can't have that in the Premier League right now.
When this is
I don't
The
think
box
there's
is
any.
the
I don't think
Premier
there's
League.
any striker, including Haaland himself,
This is
who
the
stays
Premier
in the
League.
box again.
This is the Premier
Because see, most teams are going to sit back
And
against
hopefully-
Arsenal, against Man City. These two teams, most teams are going to sit back. So you are definitely going as a striker. Unless you want to have two touches in the game, at the whole of that game,
It
You are definitely-
affects Haaland
you are
now.
definitely going to drift out of that
Eh?
box to go and maybe play 1-2 with
Make a touch now.
your midfielders or your wingers.
See wetin me I think. You know, Arsenal na a team wey be say if na in terms of is a team in terms of chance creation. Yeah,
They're good now. They're good on it.
What they've been missing in the last 3 seasons, has been just that number 9 that will be converting those chances. Arsenal are one of the teams we don't miss chances. You know, we don't create chances as well. But they get
that was
they get
that was what
creators.
cost them the league 2 seasons ago.
They get creators everywhere, from the wings, from the midfield, everywhere. So, and if you see these two strikers, Gyökeres and Sesko, they best fit, you know, wetin Arsenal wan play. But wetin Arsenal now dey looking now, wetin Arsenal dey consider now their resale value. How young is this player? You know, how much is he gonna cost? You know, for Sesko is younger than
21.
zero.
Sesko is 21.
21.
He's younger than Gyökeres.
Way younger than
So, and he's way more expensive than Gyökeres due to the age
Yeah.
and other factors. So, but when you talk of person wey don produce more goals than Gyökeres, don produce more goals than Sesko. So, for me, if I be Arsenal fan, if I be Arteta, just to solve this short-term issue,
Simple.
bring in Gyökeres.
Exactly.
Gyökeres go score. Gyökeres go create him own goal.
The truth is,
He go create him own goal. If you watch the guy, he can play in different formation.
Of course now.
When Ruben Amorim dey there, Ruben Amorim dey play 3-4-3. Sometimes they dey switch kwa. When you their new coach now, sometimes they dey switch. If you dey watch their game, no be exactly wetin Amorim dey play, they dey play now. You know, now he go dey play to Gyökeres strength. You know, they still get star players, so when they play to Gyökeres strength. They play always want to give him the ball for him to finish. Always want to give him the ball for him to drive in. But Sesko no get that much ability like Gyökeres to, you know, dribble in, drive in. Sesko na, you know, play the ball anywhere he dey go finish. The guy get good technical ability, you know, get good shot, you know, good shot rate, you know. So, but for me, if you wan solve the problem on a long-term basis, based on how much you go fit sell this player in the future, or how
That's if he performs. So
yeah, if you no perform, or if he performs,
if he doesn't perform, it will
so-
drop.
but how this player how long he go play for us? Because now all this na wetin sporting director, remember say Arsenal get new sporting director, na wetin
Yeah.
sporting director dey consider.
But for the sporting director, I think he wants Gyökeres.
I think that was no. I think the news that came out was that
divided.
the news that came out. No, the news that came out was that there was no disagreement. The only thing is that Andre Beta was speaking to Gyökeres, his representatives, because they see him as an option.
Okay.
But he's okay with Arteta going with whoever he wants to go to because of is what he wants. But they are holding on to what's it called? Gyökeres is an option for them, and that's where even drives me crazy. But let's just look at another factor before we round up this Arsenal thing. We look at these two players. I was expecting to see a bidding war as the season ends between these two players. Of course, we know that Arsenal are the major major, people going for Sesko. Arsenal the only like major club.
Yes.
Before this news of Manchester United are interested, just na Arsenal they
No,
actually
no,
want that guy.
speculation.
So if you are going for a striker that nobody really wants, is that not a risk?
But
Even Lewandowski at his old age, the back wanted to sign him. Other clubs still wanted him.
Exactly.
So is it not a big risk going for a player? You look around you and nobody dey follow you drag this guy. Nobody actually even dey beat for this guy. And just you. They actually really go there. I know say the agent, all this news wey dey fly about Man U interest na just to hype the whole thing.
Exactly.
We know it's rumor. So what do you think? What do you think?
okay, for me, I think say it dey also give Arsenal an edge. It dey also give Arsenal like an advantage in terms of when they dey price for this player, because when they dey price for this player, e go be like the club, the Leipzig now go be like, okay, oya give us 100 million. Arsenal go say the only me dey come for this player. If you no sell am this thing wey I wan, this amount wey I give you now, I go comot o. Leipzig go come dey consider say nobody dey come for this our player o. We fit consider wetin Arsenal wan give, and we no buy this player that much, so we go still gain, instead we go lose Arsenal.
Exactly.
So now e dey give Arsenal that advantage, because they also have another option in Gyökeres. Arsenal are also one of the leading candidates to land Gyökeres.
Gyökeres.
So it's for me, I think it's an advantage to Arsenal, not a big risk, because they're still getting a quality player if they get to buy him.
Of course. Okay. All right. Comment section. Arsenal fans, football fans, Gyökeres, Sesko. What do you think about the situation?